Hello everyone. Today what we're going to look at is displaying an image on our SDL window. So let's get to it. You'll remember previously that we created a window and then we handled events so that we would have the ability to uh, destroy the window. And that's basically about it. I have gone into CMake lists and I did add this line of code. What it does is it sets the runtime output directory to basically a binary folder. If you look in the binary folder, you can see our executables in here now rather than having to find it buried in the build folder itself. And there's a reason why I did that, which I'll get to shortly. So the first thing we need to do is we need to get the surface. And you might wonder, well, what is a surface? And quite simply, surfaces are an image format that SDL created. You've heard of BMP files, which is actually what we'll be using to load into our window. You've heard of JPEGs, PNGs. Surface is basically a format designed by SDL for SDL windows. So what we're going to do is we're going to get, SDL get window surface, and we have to pass in the name of our window, which is window. After that, we're going to create another surface. And this one we'll just call image. And we're going to do SDL load BMP. After that, we're going to supply where that image is located. And then we're going to do something called blitting. And basically what we're doing is copying the pixels from one image to another. So our source surface is called image. After that, it says we can use an SDL rectangle. And what that allows us to do is scale and crop and do all sorts of fun things like that. We're not going to worry about that for now. We're just going to say null. Now the destination is the surface on the window itself. And again, we're going to null this out. Now, this surface is just basically a reference to the window. But this one, we've actually created a new surface. So what we need to do is we need to free it. All right. And after doing all of that, the last thing to do is update our window. Update window surface. And we should be good to go. So let's run that once. Hey, look at that. It says subscribe. And that is a wonderful idea. Please consider subscribing and liking. Now, you'll remember I said that I did this for a specific reason, and that reason is your current working directory. So you'll notice I'm currently on Desktop Tutorials SDL Surface, and that's where this is located, and the image is in this folder. However, if I were to go into the binary folder and I run the program again directly, there's nothing here. What I have to do is I actually need to copy and paste it into that folder. Now it will work. So that is one thing that you need to be aware of. It's a runtime thing. It's based on your current path where you're starting. That's where it looks for the images. It is not like this bitmap actually got compiled into your program at all. It runs during runtime. But that is all that I really wanted to show you for today. I wanted to show you the ability that we have to display an image by putting it onto a surface, and then we update that surface. Now, we're not going to do a ton with surfaces, and the reason for that is there are things called textures. And when you look up what a texture is, there's a lot of different explanations. Some people say it's in GPU memory instead of CPU, or it's what it boils down to, I think, and this is my own idea, but a surface is an image that's just kind of stored in memory. A texture uses a compositor to actually put everything together. It's a little bit more um, powerful than a surface. And the reason it's probably called a texture is the word surface was already used and they needed a new name. So that's my honest opinion. Whether or not that's accurate or not, you'd have to talk to the people that write the SDL library. But anyway, enough of me rambling. I hope that you found this video fun and educational, and we look forward to seeing you in the next SDL video. Don't forget, there's other videos that I have as well, and be sure to check those out. All right, we'll see you next time.